Alright, hello and welcome back to Pathfinder Kingmaker. I am Shadow. We will be picking up where we left off 2 weeks ago? I think? Maybe? Not entirely sure. It's I know it's been a minute. Yeah, I think we were literally just cleaning up some of the stuff around while we had the opportunity. Maybe claiming some stuff real fast, like these refugee camps. But yeah, welcome back. So let's go ahead and get started. When we left off, we just like attacked a group of fucking cultists. So yeah, not. Oh, this is outside of our territory? Really? I thought we claimed this. Trying to avoid it. There we go. It's not going to force us to fight it. Let's not fight it. Yeah, let's go into the little flare too. Thank you for the lurk, Yiz. Thank you for the lurk, Yiz. I really appreciate it. Alright. Oof. This is a big one.
this suffering.
Vanira's leveled up. Ooh. Not a big one, it's a very small one. I was wrong in my assumption. I think it tells me there's something around, and then I just don't
All
see
according
it.
to plan.
Shit like that doesn't show up on the map unless one of my characters sees it. Oh. Ha!
In due time.
Just talking about the monsters somewhere. Let's continue on.
That is not far.
Their life ends here!
Over there.
Nothing too fancy. Well, let's get out of here then.
As it should be.
We'll level up Vanira later. Alright. Let's get her dex up to 20. And yeah, we'll go with that. go with slow. And haste. She kinda is. I gave her the Madwoman voice too. Right, I need to go see if I can claim this area.
May
If
we
I
have a
can,
moment
then
of
we need to
respite?
do that before exploring too awful much.
A rest is in order.
Sure, everyone can rest. Okay. Probably don't have to go to the throne room, but we're going to go anyway. Just for the shiggles. So everyone's doing today. Hope you're all having a wonderful morning. Or rather, afternoon now. At least for me. Alright, so. $60 though. Yeah, I figured he was dealing with something. He's like the one. He's like the guy we need. Alright. Regions. I need 275 BP. What's this? Are these bad things? Oof. Okay, I see what that is. It's a trade-off thing. So yeah, we're trying to claim this whole section. That would really help with us getting more stuff. How much gold and stuff do we have? We just need 275, right? Let's just buy about 100. If we can. I don't want to spend all of our money. we'll have 1,000 left. It'll be fine. All right, let's claim it. I feel like the map is bigger than what I thought it was, too, by the way. Okay. Alright. Yep. Question is now, where should we claim? And the same naming convention for everything else. Because why not? Do we have a stride? Fine, we'll put it there. A windmill. Watchtower, lighthouse. You know, we don't have a windmill. Windmills have to be placed on their own, right? Yeah. Screw it. Let's spend the last of our money. It wasn't enough. Oh no, it totally should be. There we go. See, everything's good. Alright. We can also upgrade shit too, which we just need more points for. So, let's check out these events while we're here. Monster sightings. Yeah, that's his throne room. Oh, there's a lot of monster sightings. Alright. Got a lot to deal with. Skipping time has that effect. The epidemic continues. More and more people die. More and more monsters roam your lands. Some of your subjects have already fled in search of safer havens. Your barony's very existence is in danger. We do have good news, too. I managed to gather some information that I hope will help you eliminate the threat before it's too late. Shortly after the epidemic started, goblins began appearing everywhere. The locals report that these goblins have been celebrating and shouting something about the Day of Glory for Lamatsu, when all humans would be eaten by monsters and only goblins would remain. Sounds disturbing, does it not? Lamatsu, do we know about her? She's called the Mother of Monsters. Her symbol is the three-eyed jackal head. She's an ancient and extremely evil goddess who spreads nightmares, insanity, and perhaps most of interest to us, monsters. Her worshippers are mostly of the more monstrous races, like goblins, lamias, gnolls. That said, there's no short supply of secret followers and cults among the civilized peoples, too, including the people of the river kingdoms. So the goblins are beyond the disaster, then? Find it doubtful. Benefiting from it, quite likely. I'd surmise that the true cause of this disaster is either human cultists of Lamatsu, or even worse, some supernatural creature related to her. In any case, the goblins likely know enough to provide some clue. We need to find the goblin leader and press them for information. Any idea on where I could begin the search? Alas, nothing more than vague speculations. Once you alerted your subjects to the danger, they began defending themselves as best they could. My agents couldn't catch even a single goblin alive, but, rumor has it, the goblin village lies somewhere in the Kamelands. Thank you for the information. I hope it helps to save the lives of your people. Jod's eyes are bloodshot and his posture is slack. The wrinkles on his face have deepened and his sparse hair has gone gray. It's a disaster, Your Grace. We have an epidemic developing in the country. The afflicted first get a fever, and then a bloody cough. Then several hours later, the cleric shakes his head and grimaces. And that's just the half of the trouble. Afterward, the bodies of the afflicted become like some kind of cocoon, and monsters hatch out of them. People keep dying, and we haven't the slightest clue what's causing it or how to deal with it. Tristan and I established a field hospital in the building of the former prison. Don't look at me like that. There were no better places to choose from. Frankly, we're lucky to find this one. To cut a long story short, we have a female patient who's volunteered for vivisection. It means cutting into her living body to look for the source of the disease. Jod frowns. After the surgery, Estrel forgive us, we'll be lucky if we can close her up and let her go alive and well. However, we don't want to do it without your presence, Your Grace, so please find time to attend. There's one more thing. Jod hands you a battered letter. Creston, that dunce, sent a message. He rambles from he rambles from place to place. These letters are all we ever receive. Well, just read it. I guess it's urgent. Vivisection? What exactly are you going to do? What? We're going to find the source of the disease. That's what. Once the monster emerges, the body of the afflicted is torn to pieces, making it impossible to learn anything from the remains. But we found one brave woman who gave us permission to cut her open. The straits are dire. We don't know exactly what we're looking for, and the vivisection is extremely dangerous for the patient. But we're left with no other choice. What do you know about this disease? Not much, just primary symptoms, actually. We're not even sure if it's a disease, a curse, or some magic parasite. Perhaps with your help, we'll manage to learn more. Any progress curing it? How should I put it? We've got none. We haven't even been able to save a single patient yet. We're like blind kittens bumping against a wall, and we have nothing to show for it. We happen to have a master vivisectionist available. Send for Bartholomew. Jod frowns at the wizard's name, but then nods. Fine, you're right. He's certainly peculiar, but none can deny his knowledge. He may be able to help us. Alright, let's go. Let us see. This is our hospital. Jod shows you around the bleak, comfortless building with its barred cells. The prison is certainly not the best location, nor the healthiest, but it's better than nothing. Oh, that's Jod. Also, it might be cruel to say this, but considering the nature of the malady, it would be safer for everyone if the patients were kept behind bars until they're healed. Why the prison? Was there no place more suitable? If only the city had a clinic. Even if it did, the prison would still be the best choice. Don't forget, at any moment one of the patients could, die and and release a monster. It's safer for everyone if we keep them locked up. Where are all the prison inmates? There were not but a few pickpockets locked away here. We put them to work cleaning the place up, then set them free. There's one still here, though. He wasn't some petty thief, but a seasoned highwayman. What have you already tried? Standard spells to heal disease, remove poison, to lift curses. It's all ineffective. Attempting to dispel the magic is also fruitless. I fear we may be dealing with a curse of strength enough to surpass our own faith. It isn't a matter of faith. I don't think it's a disease, let alone some powerful curse. I suspect it's some sort of parasite hiding itself within the body. Nonsense. We've detected magic infusing each patient's body, eventually evenly distributed. If it was some sort of parasite, it would be a simple matter to detect. Then it's able to disguise itself. Maybe it's poisoning their blood with its magic. By the sun, we return to this argument over and over. It's been days. Let's stop talking and try doing something already. Who's our patient? Her name is Madla Stasik. I think I got that as right as I could. A peasant woman from a nearby village. She hadn't seen any prior cases of the disease there. Or we hadn't. I pray that for that brave woman. She's the first one to mount the courage necessary to volunteer for the surgery. We cannot let her down. Where will the surgery take place? Well, that room was previously a torture chamber. There was clearly a suitable table. Well, isn't that ironic? This is no laughing matter. Give me a few moments to look around, if you must, but please don't take too long.
In due time.
I think this is the first time I've been to the prison.
All according to plan. Follow my lead.
Noticing you, the patient, a ruddy-faced middle-aged woman, peasant woman, blinks her eyes. Imagine that! His Grace himself paying me a visit. Good health to you. I'm Madla Stasik, from Sedgedale. So you think these priests of yours can really heal me? With Israel's help they could, I bet. Just look how brainy they seem, the two of them. How are you feeling? I got a fever, cough too, and I can't eat. I feel like puking all the time. I've been through worse though. Blown six kids and survived. But still, the scale scares me breathless. Each tingle in my body gets me to shaking, and I think to myself, that's it. It started. Now I'll be ripped to shreds. Tell me about yourself. Nothing to tell, really. We're simple people with simple lives, spent all mine in Sedgedale. It's by Gundren River, past Silver Step Lake. Raised my children there, then grandchildren. Never seen monsters worse than goblins then, but now owlbears, hydras everywhere. I prayed to the gods to spare our village, but no, this blight fell right upon my own head. Why did you volunteer for the surgery? I'm scared like a hare, truth be told. But this is no mere cold. You can't just hope to pass it. Can't just hope it'll pass on its own. At least this way, I got some hope, right? And then, well, the doctors will figure it out. What to do about the plague? I'm no hero, not me, but sometimes you gotta think about others too. If they end up butchering me, at least maybe they can figure out how to save someone else. If I gotta die, let it be for a good cause, right? Get ready, we're about to begin. As long as you're nearby, I got nothing to be scared of.
In due time.
Okay. Tristan greets you with a nod. Thank you for coming. Unfortunately, I have bad news. Fuck you. I managed to find a couple of cultists in the Kingdom of the Cleansed. From the Kingdom of the Cleansed. The poor fellows were scared to death, but I comforted them, promised not to speak their names. Anyway, they left the capital, fearing your wrath. None of them saw the first faithful after that fateful meeting. The scoundrel vanished into thin air, and with him all meetings, sacraments, and talk of the goddess. Looks like the peculiar power of curses in the Stolen Lands is not, in fact, connected to these lunatics. Anyway, we managed to get their barkers off the streets, and yesterday's fanatics have returned home to their families and honest work. Thank you for your help. Tristan wears a beaming smile. I will not leave you of my own accord until I repay you for your kindness. Alright. Let's talk to the Bartholomew first. Alright, he's got nothing to say. Jod breathes in deeply, then exhales. Histril be with us. Sarenrae, help us. Oof. Okay. Glancing nervously at the various medical instruments, the brave peasant woman got up on the operating table. Just don't butcher me, is all I ask, she muttered in a trembling voice. Meanwhile, the foremost medical experts in the room still couldn't agree on exactly what it was they were trying to do. Stop arguing with me. Coughing up blood is a sure sign the problem is in the lungs. We look there, Jod insisted. No, it's the nausea. It's the nausea we should be focusing on. We need to examine the stomach, Tristan said. Bartholomew, the mad sadistic wizard, had been summoned here for some reason. He remained silent, checking the patient's pulse. The clerics turned to the Baron in desperation, asking him to resolve their dispute. After careful consideration, the Baron decided to ask Bartholomew for help. A common matter of dispelling is useless here, I assume, the wizard said pompously. So then, let's try it at a higher level. He took a scroll out of his bag and solemnly cast a spell on the patient. Jod used magical sight to see if there were any changes to the patient's body. It worked, he exclaimed, excited. The magic is gone from all the organs except the stomach. You are right, my friend. Hurry now. Let's hand me a scalpel. Candlelight reflected on the surgical instruments and potion bottles as Jod's scalpel made their first incision on the woman's skin. I could hear her inhale loudly through clenched teeth. I confessed I lacked the courage to watch the surgery. Even after I turned away, I couldn't help but tremble from hearing the poor woman's screams. The air filled with acrid scent of medical potions while Tristan mumbled prayers to ease the patient's pain, simultaneously scanning her body with magical sight. All I could do was whisper my own prayers. But the Baron, he didn't lose his courage. What's my mobility? Ooh, yes. With such expert help, Jod was able to focus completely on the surgery. The poor woman's screams and crying were unbearable. I couldn't begin to imagine what she was going through. I'm such a fool, Jod finally exclaimed. You were right. I'm glad we listened to you, Glad we listened to you. Tristan had a healing spell to close the wound in the woman's stomach, and Jod showed everyone the strange item he'd extracted. It looked like some kind of seed. A glowing, pulsing, thumb-sized seed. Before anyone could say a thing, it flashed in Jod's fingers and dropped on the floor, just in time. On the spot where the seed landed, a portal opened and a roaring monster jumped out.
I wish there was another way.
This should do it.
Jod wipes the sweat from his brow, not even noticing the blood still on his hands. Istral and Serenade be praised. They were truly on our side this day. It's a miracle. Tristan hands Jod a clean towel. Jod pulls himself together and wipes his hands and face. So what have we learned? We learned I was a pompous fool and Tristan was right all along. It's not a disease, but a parasite. Something of vegetative origin. Resembles a seed. Sorry, my friend. I should have wagged my tongue less and listened to you more. Please don't mention it. It was a lucky guess, not worthy of your praise. Are you able to cure the others of the disease now? Yes, yes. Now that we know what to do, we can extract the seeds with much less risk to the patients, and with much less suffering. What will you do next? Well, there are still many patients here. We'll start working on them immediately, and you, Your Grace, may want to search for the source of this disease. We still know neither where these seeds come from nor how they get into people's bodies. New patients arrive daily. How many never even find their way to the hospital. Our efforts here are not enough by themselves. We need to find the root of this problem. Alright, I have to go. Please find the source of those wretched seeds. Oh, I will. Skin the owlbear. Got nothing for it. Woo! Bartholomew, you did great! Look at you!
That is not far.
Let's talk to Tristan. Have you heard anything about the Kingdom of the Cleansed or the Faithful? Not yet. I don't know whether to be glad for it or about it or not. The priest may be regrouping, in which case it may be all the more difficult to defeat him. Okay.
As it should be.
The woman survived, right? Pretty sure she did. Something about the guy makes me want to click on him. Just wait until the next Pathfinder he is. You'll actually be a cat in that. Haha. Ooh. Boken. Broken gives you a sideways look, and then I only hope that no one throws it away or leaves it to rot in some old chest. Oh well. I feel like I've been doing that. You know, it might be good for Vin. Get her some bombs later. Also, let's take a look at everyone else's level. Everyone else is pretty far off from leveling up, it seems. Which is fine. Okay. Yay! Even more stuff completed! Our divine should be able to go up soon, right? The only person who can manage the monster sightings is Rungongar, unfortunately. We can't claim any more of that, and we don't have anything else like unlocked or anything yet. So, we're going to sell a bunch of junk. We do have a lot that is just basic, and we don't need all of that. I need to go make a trip to talk to Boken. I need to get stuff to upgrade all of my places.
In due time.
Honestly, can't wait for Pathfinder 2. I forget what it's actually called, but there is going to be another Pathfinder game, and I really can't wait for it. Ooh, talking. Stop yelling and listen to me. I'm trying to talk some sense into you. There's nothing to talk about, Olive. This is my home. Here I was born, and here I will die. You dolt, that's what I'm saying. You stay, you'll die before your time. Can't you see what's going on? Monsters, goblins, and bandits? Turn your back for a moment. There's a fiend crawling right out of the neighbor's entrails. You talk too much. Just do your work and pray to Istral, and stay close to your home and family. That's all there is to it. I've seen worse. Aye, back when you were half your age and unmarried. Eric, old friend, think of Ginny and your little ones. What if some beast comes knocking at your door? You're a woodcutter, not a swordsman. We have to leave the barony while we still can. I, Istrel have mercy, your grace. Forgiveness, your grace. We were just discussing the crops. I cannot make this decision for you. As the ruler of this realm, I do all I can to keep you and your families from harm's way. These are troubled times, and we are all working hard to restore order and bring peace. However, only you can decide whether you will stay. For I have no power over the hearts of others, nor do I seek to command them. Oh, your grace. How could we ever leave you when we see how hard you work? Forgive my words, your grace. I'm a simple man. Estrel didn't see fit to grant me courage, so off I go. Blabbering about Estrel knows what. You know how it is. Let's go. Let the Baron go about his business. We've got our own jobs to do. Don't you worry, your grace. I don't know about the others, but we'll be by you to the end.
Follow my lead.
Must be the winter months. Back up to 8,000 just like that.
That is not far. In due time.
Well, let's head over here. Let's leave the town. Certainly doesn't help that it seems to be winter when all this is happening. Let's put Vlad back on the team. Okay. Now, we can manage the kingdom from that button. So, while we get ready, we need to get our espionage, culture, arcane, and relations up, but not sure how to do that. what I do know how to do is move around this map. We need to go to certain places. Oh, wait, do we have any hints as to where we should begin in our journal? Guess that's where we start. South of the capital. Yep, there. I guess we'll slowly make our way there. We're not going to Fang Steps. We're going to go here first. The more economy for our village, for our country, rather. Used to be a village. The better. We'll grab this too.
I feel tired.
I tire.
All right. Seriously? Well, hopefully everyone gets their shit done soon. That's gonna become a worse thing later. I should pay more attention to that, to be completely honest. To the time I need to complete, when I need to complete things. Creston, it's been a while. Seeing you, Creston nods. Under his coat, you notice a suit of armor. A sword hangs at his belt. The guard is ready to fight. Happy to see you, my Baron. While we were waiting for you, I've had enough time to choose a good place for the ambush. What do you know about the Matsu? Not much, Your Grace, but I have heard some things. Goblins, kobold, and other wild beasts worship her. She helps them to breed, protects their young. As for people, the blessing of Lamatsu is too dangerous for them. Anyone can give birth to something so terrible that the villagers might decide to drive a mother and child out from the village, or worse. You can go down and take a look at the shrine. The scouts who have been watching the cultists told me that told me about hideous rituals that were performed there. The cultists disfigured and mutilated themselves, shriek like demons, and copulate in the mud. Tristan frowns in disgust. I just can't imagine who in the right mind, except for goblins, would ask Lamatsu for help and agree to be part of this abomination. I received your letter, Creston. I came as soon as I could. Thank you, Your Grace. I've decided you'd like to see this place with your own eyes. Lamatsu Shrine is on the other side of the hill. I suggest we set an ambush right here. The visibility is good, so we can watch the cultists unnoticed and choose the right moment to strike. If you wish, you can examine the location. Are we ready for the ambush? Not today. Come back later. We'll get them when they least expect us.
Ha! A trivial task.
All according to plan. As it should be.
Alright, so we can't do it just yet. The first day of the week. This should be interesting. Alright. Well, let's continue on, I guess. Let's check out this secluded lodge, too. Oop, I got a pupper wanting attention. Hello, Gaia. You can get up here if you want, sweetie pie. Come on. Oh. Okay, you don't want up? That's fine.
In due time. That is
The
not
place
far.
of adventurers? Dumra. What is this place? Can you see for yourself? A place where people can rest after a hunt, enjoy a tankard or two, and fill their gullet. The nearest tavern is far, you know. How long have you been living here? Many years now. I know the whole neighborhood. Flatlands and swamps. This place is rather secluded for a traveler's inn. It's not an inn. It's my home. I hunt for a living, and let other fellow hunters spend the night here, if they find themselves too far from a trap. What is the main hunter's prey in these parts? On the flatlands, they go for fox and deer, birds in the swamp. There's always a chance of running into something more dangerous, of course. I'd like to see your wares. Ooh. I'll take that. And offer you nothing in return, actually. There we go. Just adventurers and citizens.
Did you see that? I did it! I did it! I spy. What do I spy?
Money, money, money.
Follow my lead.
Oof.
Did you see that? I did it!
All according to plan.
I'm not mad enough to do it.
Oh, we can't get into that one. Okay. Well.
I feel tired.
I reckon we can camp. Then we'll head into the monster den. Actually, no, we won't. We need to be searching over here. Actually, I noticed we didn't actually have enough BP to get those spots. Let's say 100. That'll do.
require rest.
Let us go in here. Keep claiming all this nicety. More economy. Ooh, we found it. Peaceful travelers, though. What are we looking at with travelers, huh? Oh, it's the skeletal salesman again. Show me your wares. Oops, I didn't know if I want. I don't know if I want to do that. Might ought to keep it. At least for now. Same goes for that. Is there anything else I can offer? No.
I feel tired.
I tire. A rest is in order.
Probably should have rested.
In due time.
A group of travelers carrying bags, satchels, and sacks full of all manner of goods and chattels are shuffling their feet on the road in front of you. Two tougher-looking men are helping one of their companions stand, a pale youth who is shivering, his face covered in sweat. As you approach, the men turn to you and glare at you. Your Grace? This young fellow, what's wrong with him? Oh, virgin, you mean. Must have eaten something. He was fine, see, then felt sick. Fever and all. And this morning he began to cough blood. Istrel willing, he'll make it to the border and we'll find him a healer. There. Verdrin gives a few deep muffled coughs, and the feverish glint in his bloodshot eyes, the glow in his cheeks, the distance look on his face. You've seen this before. This is the unfortunate servant. This is what the unfortunate servant looked like moments before the monster erupted from his body. There's nothing you can do for Vedran. His signs are like the others afflicted. Any moment, a monster might tear its way out of him. Keep your distance. Listen up. His voice is harsh. All back. Back, behind the Baron. First off, that's not behind me.
Clean strike.
Urik's hands are still shaking, and he turns to face you. His voice raises to a shout. Cursed lands, cursed Baron, it's all your fault. Vedran died because of you. We were all going to die because of you. Calm down. It wasn't me who killed your friend. What happened here was a tragedy, but it's not me you should blame. And whom should I blame? Or what? Who is responsible for everything that happens here? Shouldn't it be the so-called ruler? Who is to answer for all these deaths if not you? I will not be able to protect you if you leave for Gold. Turn back, and inside the capital you'll find protection from the beasts. You will at least save those who can still be saved. The wrath on I can't say his name. Face gives way to disbelief. Is that so? You want to sweep us away from our neighbor's sight? He wipes away tears. 'Tis all the same, no matter where we breathe our last. Be it away from home in a foreign land or out on the city streets. Let us die in peace. You hear that, lads? We turn back.
As it should be. That is not far.
Well, this is taking a hot minute. Oh, let's get to that goblin village.
My life is a burden.
let's head to up here. Alright, give me just a minute. I need to get something to drink. I'll be right back. And we're back. What's up? Alright. Hello, Kelly. Goblin Village. Be they hostile? Oof.
Ah, a test of my abilities.
What exactly is going
In
on?
due time.
Hey, hey! You, potion gubbler. Like questies? Going on missions? I have one for you. What did you call me? Potion gubbler. Like sword swinger, like bow shooter. One of those who run around woods, go deep caves. Missions, questies, like that. What's the task? Short tail. Make shorter. See beastie in cage? My friend and I look after him. We divide work. I open gate, friend goes in. Feeds the beastie. Got it? Goblin glances around, slightly irritated. But he be lazy. Go away. What I offer is open gate, you go inside, give beastie food. Won't this animal attack me? No, nothing like that. He just a pet. Like slug or spider, small spider. Or grot snake. He pauses. Little grot snake? Missions require I be paid first. You be such greedy fingers. What can give you? Goblin glances around. Nothing. But his eyes gleam. You have an experience you not unforget. Fine. Open the gates. Well, you real hero. I seize it. Go in, play with him. I bring food right away.
Enemy approaching.
Of course.
Out of my way!
I love how when I hover over a body, it's like, no. There's no body there. Oh, wait, there it is. Ah! No, believe it. The beastie attacked? No. Who have thought? You not angry, yes? Why am I wasting my time on you?
All according to plan.
I'll carve my name onto your flesh.
Just fodder for even more levels.
Enemy near.
Follow my lead.
This will be quick.
In due time.
Hey, you, Jumbo, come here. You stupid Hulk.
I did it! No secrets can escape my prying gaze. Did you see that? I spy. What do I spy? I did it!
That is not far.
No secrets can escape my prying gaze. I did it!
Ouch! Can't believe it. He passed all the traps. Goblin taps his fingers together as if it helps him think. Beads of sweat are forming on his brow. Oh, what do I do now? Oh, I do! The goblin raises his hands as if welcoming. Congratulations, Shanks! You passed my firstest test. And for that, he begins drumming his fingers again, and a bead of sweat builds, one becoming so large it begins to curl his ear down. For that, you get a gift. Wait here. Bring it right away. I'll be back before you know it. The goblin begins backing away, with wiping his shaky hands over his rags. Go on then, get out of my sight. Having backed away to what he deems far enough, the goblin raises 4 fingers defiantly, spits at you, then scampers off, giggling to itself.
As it should be.
As you approach, the goblin stands grinning with a wide yellow teeth almost as sharp as his eyes. You notice a large dirty sack behind him, which you almost mistook for a second goblin. Ah! An adventurer. Greet and welcomes. I shirk a buyer. I sell, I trade. Whatever you, sword swingers, need, I offer. What? To buy something? I can see it in your eyes. Yes, I do. You do. Just 5 money pieces. Not got that much. 10 then? No. Twist my wrists. I give discount. Half 100. So, have deal? Deal? Sure. The goblin's palm is covered in something sticky you can't identify, but can definitely feel crawling on your skin. Oblivious, he continues to shake your hand with enthusiasm. He's got an amazingly strong grip. Great! We rich now. A deal of all time! He slowly stops shaking your hand, and you take the opportunity to unpeel yourself from his grip. Wait! Hold on! We dealing about now? What we dealing about now? Show me your wares. He actually has some ever-burning torches of all things. Fearsomeful mace of Chewok. There you go, buddy. You have even more.
All according to plan.
I reckon this way.
Dispatch those fools!
fall. This strike, my masterpiece.
Alright. See what the captured goblin has to say.
The
Knock knock.
Shatshanks not believe knock knock. Poked him with words and spears and torches. Bite him, kick him. Who be survivor now, huh? Knock knock. Me. Always me. Hail Lamashtu.
Lamat 2.
Greet
Alright.
and meet heroes. Seen how I dealt with them? They were like, we be smashing you. And I snarl back, no, I be smashing you. And the beast was, ah, and bite again. That's it.
Who are
I
you?
be the ear of Lamashtu. No, not that. I be the seer of Lamashtu. That's who I be. Her favorite of many. I bring her message. She protects me, sends me offerings to eat and whatnot. I be important. Very important person.
What makes you think you are the seer of
I
Lamat?
had a dream. Llama told Knock Knock in her big white arms, rock me, let me suckle her skulls, pet my head and sing. Who's smartest? Who bravest? Who favorite? Knock Knock, that's who. And the next day, proof. I found nest, untouched with eggs. It be a sign. And bigger sign? Llama just saved me, right before your eyes. It be because of that half-head shaman. Bees bite his back. He be crazy. Something get in his way. He be snarling and poking people with fork.
What do you know about the incursion of enchanted beasts?
Beasts? Llama be their mother, like all beasts. But she not birthed them out this way. No way. Half-head shaman lie to make people fear him. Shatshanks stride around all puffed up. Everyone bows. Even King won't bark a word against him. He says God has sent us these beasties to answer his prayers. He even made us uproot village. He says there is thing of goddess nearby, where beasts come from, called womb. And he calls me a blasphemer. They deserve a knock across heads, all of them. Yet, better not knock. You see, Big Mother Idol? Shatshanks hide in her shadow so can beg and whine for Llama to poison, stab, bite, kill whoever hurts goblins. Don't make Lamashtu Mother mad. Let them live. Hey, where you going? Wait till I untie myself. I go with you. We heroes, we march together. The shaman fled. I bet your hide he come back for revenge. He hates you, Longshanks. Hates your guts. Mine too. Let's follow him, then kick him hard in his guts. Teach him a lesson. We kick the king in his guts too while we be there. See for yourself. Heroes need muscle, right? Also need brain for plans. Someone with pretty face to charm everyone. And needs leader, heart of the group. I can do all of that. Onwards for the adventures!
Sure. Let's see what the goblin is about, shall we? He's a rogue. Oh, I should have traded him out with Vanera then, but that's fine. actually got a +8 dexterity modifier too. That's kind of crazy. Oof. Sure, nature. Alright, let's you're not dare come closer. We catch one of your kind before, and Lamatsu cursed him a terrible curse. She do the same to you. Hey, Knockback pulls your sleeve. They might be right. They be bunch of stupid, loud, and smelly and greedy worms, but if you kill them right under statue of goddess, she might get offended. You're an amusing lot. Don't be frightened. We're friends. Honestly, did not expect to have a goblin companion. Lots of things that I expected from this game. Goblin companion, not one. Not at all. Where is Vlad? I just took him out to replace him with a goblin guy. This guy right here. Figured he might have some insight on the quest that we're doing at the moment. Where is the exit? Oh, there it is. No, he didn't get got. Now I gotta find this womb that the king and shaman were talking about. Gotta love how you're obviously here, Yes, but it's still telling me I've only got one viewer, and it is Callie. Alright, Lonely Mill. Lonely Burrow.
My life is a burden.
Rest is in order.
In a moment. No, it's not in my territory. Yes, he clearly will be the one to find it. Unfortunately.
I heard that once, far away from here. Goblins nearly killed all Longshanks. Marched from forests, burned down villages, conquered almost everything. Although lost all in the end, Longshanks woke up and bashed everyone, as usual.
Okay. Oh, right. We gotta find this womb. I've explored a great deal of the surrounding area, but it's got to be down here in the Kamilands. And we still gotta figure out this shrine of Lamatsu, too. Gotta wait for Moon Day. Sure. Where's my money, Zero? Yuck. Get me my money.
Follow my lead.
Is this Moon Day? I don't know when Moon Day is. I don't think that there's a way to check that either. Unfortunately. But at least, we have something. So, this isn't part of my kingdom right here. Screw it, we'll go to the Lonely Mill. I really don't know where else to search, to be honest. I mean, maybe Empty Skull Rock, but I don't know. Oof. Were you listening earlier when I talked about how there's going to be a race of cat people in the next game, Yiz? Oof! While passing the windmill, we saw a curious thing. Goblins were squatting in the shadow of the building, doing what goblins do best, stuffing their faces. They had gutted sacks of flour and were spreading the wealth. Some fried pancakes on an open fire, others threw pieces of dough into a bubbling pot, making some kind of dumplings, yet others just rolled around in the white powder, shoving clumps down their throats. All of them, without exception, were guzzling ale from kegs nearby, spilling it over each other and bellowing songs. When they spotted us, the merry goblins, possibly due to the ale, stood their ground instead of fleeing and started to whistle and wave, inviting us to join their feast. In response, the Baron smiled and muttered, "Why not?" and took a place near the fire. I'd never been at a goblin party before, but it proved little different from a late-night academy reveries. Using their crippled speech, the flour-drenched merry-goers explained the miller invited them to his house, told them to take whatever they wanted, and was polite enough not to ruin the fun, and left soon after that. The food tasted as foul as to be expected, but ale was passable. So soon all of us were tipsy after these little troublemakers unmistakably recognized Baron as our leader. They offered him to pass several tests to become, part of the tribe. For the first test, they demanded him go deal with a terrible beast, the dog. Goblins and dogs, well, they don't get along. Neither with horses, and, well, most any animal that doesn't sting, bite, or hiss. The Baron's task was to steal the miller's dog food plate, so he laughed and accepted. The dog proved rather big, but lazy and quiet. It was slumbering in the kennel, paying no heed to the nearby party. The dog's plate was covered in bones, lay before the kennel. The Baron snuck up to the plate, snatched it from under the hound's nose. Uh-oh. Noticing someone's trying to steal his plate, the dog opened its eyes. It raised its head and gave a heart-filled bark, then laid its head back on the ground and closed its eyes. After the goblins praised the Barons for this brilliant performance during the first test, they announced it was time for him to drink a ritual drink. It was a nasty thing called a jagwort. At first glance, it proved to be ale until we saw the dead toads bobbing in the barrel for flavor. Judging by the toad's color, they were poisonous. After the Barons saw them, oh, fuck it. The barrel smelled horrible. But the goblins were scooping the ale in their dirty hands, and when that proved not enough, they dipped their entire heads in, fishing toads out the barrel with their teeth, licking the toads' ale-blistered skins and tossing them back in. The Baron drained the first keg to its dregs. Oh, we succeed! I dropped dead just having smelled it, but the Baron downed the horrific beverage without even wincing. Clapping their hands, the goblins brought him another keg, and he drained the second keg. But the Baron turned pale, drops of sweat appeared on his forehead, and he drained the second keg without complaint. But those little bastards seemed determined to send him to an early grave. When they were already handing him the third keg, the Baron drained the last keg. No! The Baron's face turned pale, then red, his eyes brimming with tears. Unable to keep it down, he spat the horrible beverage into the goblins' faces and started to cough. The goblins hurried to whack the Baron's back, laughing, either to help him or to clear his throat or congratulate him on passing another test. Now be the third test. The goblins howled and cheered. It seemed they decided they had tortured the art of cooking enough for the day, so they sought to abuse the art of poetry instead. They were going to sing a song, and the Baron was offered to improvise and add the missing lines. He answered, "Why not?" This is fun. Accompanying the song with percussions. Percussions were everything the goblins could reach: sticks, branches, forks, pans. They started to croak out a rhythm, as well as they were able. Goblins, sing for you this song. Goblins, be smart and fit and strong. How be the goblins best? Goblin lasses, be all impressed. Goblins fight and goblins bite. Goblins steal and goblins hide. But the bestest goblin skill is that his belly's hard to fill. Manticore deep in wood eats goblins for food not good, so as not to be his prey. Scream like hell and run away. Goblin King, be strong and wise. Manticore he want full-sized. But we better eat and drink. We stay here till next... till next spring, I guess. Goblins sing this song to you, but if you be a goblin new, always heed the simple rules. and your belly will stay full. After the song was over, the goblins laughed and applauded. Finally, the song was over. Mirrors almost bled from the rhymes, but the Baron kept calm to the goblins' utter joy. He finished the song and got a standing ovation as a reward. Finally, the food and ale were exhausted, casting sad glances at the empty sacks and barrels. An elder goblin sighed and started a speech about how he remembered the happy old times when they were full. But no one seemed to be listening. As the old goblin rambled on, another goblin, slurring his words, invited us to the next party in their village, and after many false starts, gave us directions on how to reach it. A dubious honor indeed, but a useful bit of information. After that, the sodden merry-goers stumbled away, blurping and licking their fingers happily. Well, yes, we know where the goblin village is already, so that was all just for fun, it seems. Lonely Burrow. Oh, it's almost time to end it, actually. So we basically ended this on a on that nice little encounter at the windmill, and oof, this looks like it might be the right place. It's definitely a ruin of some kind. So thanks everyone who tuned in today. Yisrael, Callie, Kage. If there's anyone else, let me actually... I'll put us on the back screen for now. I'm going to save right here. If you haven't already, please hit that follow button if you're on the Twitches. And if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. It really does help. As for what we're going to be doing tomorrow, that honestly depends on Yisrael. If he feels like it and can, we will probably be doing a collab with him. All depends on what he's feeling, I guess. And yeah, that's really all of it. Oh, also, it's been a while since I've said this, but if you do enjoy the background music, I turn the music off on all the games because copyright and whatnot, and I use instead Retalius's Lo-Fi Lotus on YouTube. There are usually links posted in the videos. I will also be putting it on my Twitch page, a link to his Lo-Fi Lotus stuff. That way you can get access to that. All in all, though, that's pretty much it. Is there anyone online that we can raid with the 2 measly viewers we have left? Not really. But so we'll just end it here. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Peace out.